Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, okay, cool. Can you be able to like? All right, cool. Hey, this is E.G. Fisher guy with my boy Josh Foster, Jay Foster in the business. Now this is Truth Show. Truth Show number 2. Hey bro, can you turn that down? I can't hear you. I won't be able to hear you. No cap. Low key. But this is Truth Show number 2. This is just us talking about esoteric truths, yada yada yada. But I would like to get back on on a quick topic, the subconscious mind, on how it can sometimes enable you to be limitless, and sometimes enable you to be controlled in the habits. You know what I'm saying? The subconscious mind is a tricky thing to change, but the subconscious mind is an easy thing to change at the same time. You know what I mean? But that's something that a lot of people don't really realize, that it pretty much controls 95% of their life is the subconscious mind. You know, so
Right.
it's really good to pay good attention, pay close attention to how you feel, because this has a lot to do with your subconscious mind. Those back thoughts, the way you talk to yourself has a lot to do with your subconscious mind.
Right.
Your habits, because at the end of the day, if you want to go beyond this place, you have to change your subconscious mind. If you have the same subconscious mind from as when you were 3 years old, and you're not upgrading yourself and you're not changing yourself, how would you be able to ascend from this place? You're going to have to change your perception in order to grow. So the subconscious mind is very powerful. So you have to guard it, but yet nurture it at the same time, and just pay attention to your garden. This is not something that you do here and there. This is something you have to look at every day, almost every moment, because it's sacred to you. It's a part of you, and anything can be influenced by it. It doesn't know fake. It doesn't know real. It only knows what it feels and what it sees, and when you give it. So by you knowing that, you can kind of guard it, protect it, and put truths in you that apply to you rather than something that doesn't apply to you, that you're putting indirectly from a third party, from an outside source. A lot of people get energy from things that really don't suit them unconsciously, and they get themselves in predicaments and situations that don't really suit them. But once they realize that they create their reality, and once their subconscious plays a big part of it, they're going to really start to change their life. But it all starts with you knowing that you create the show. A lot of people don't know that, and they give the power away. I've done it. Imposter syndrome, we all have done it. But the key to all this is to observe your internal program. It's to not fight the internal program, but to observe it and ask questions about it. Introspection is the only way to free yourself from within. Not a lot of people can tell you that, but you have to go work on yourself. And introspection leads to working within yourself, asking questions upon yourself. If you keep looking outside of yourself for answers, you're never going to get somewhere. So you got to go within. So introspection leads to discovery, straight up.
That's a good point. What you said, not going outside yourself, but looking within. Because right now, okay, there's a lot of different people who with religion, and they're looking to the old way of doing things and trying to bring it to modern day. But we're in a whole new time, whole new age. So we're the new magicians. So when you come up with new magic and new techniques, it should come from within. It should be like easy. You should be like this. What should I do today? And then your mind just tells you what to do. You should have to go read no book, look into no scroll. The ancestors, they got good information for us, but really at this point in time, we know the most. We are the highest beings because we're a culmination of our ancestors. You know what I'm saying? So, and also the subconscious mind, they say, you know, between 0 and 6 years old, that's when you're programmed the most. And the rest of your life is based upon those programs that were set up in your mind. That's true. But unless you do, like you said, and you deprogram or reprogram your subconscious mind through meditation, affirmations, you can even post up different pictures on your walls and do an everyday tally on your wall to reprogram your subconscious mind. Basically, human beings are like computers, and the subconscious mind is like the hardware versus the conscious mind is the software. The software is the part that you see. The hardware deep inside the computer. If you want to change the real facts about yourself, you need to bust that computer open and add in a new hard drive or more memory. You can't just download stuff off the internet to change the real you. So basically, to affect change in your life in the most effective way is to move through your subconscious mind. Really, to say it like this: the only way to change your life is through the subconscious mind. Because trying to move your life in the regular world is like an ant trying to move an elephant. It's not going to happen. Everything that happens in your life is a manifestation of what happens in the other dimensions, aka your subconscious mind.
On God. And it was crazy, like you said, affirmations, certain ways to talk to it. It's all about communication. How can you communicate to your inner self? You know what I mean? It's all about giving yourself the slip to compromise. You know, it's so easy to compromise from other people's beliefs, other people's will, but sometimes it's so hard for us to compromise with our own selves, because I do feel as if sometimes we don't feel as if that's the right way, because it's something we can't grasp. But that's the most graspable thing within us, more than this external reality, is the withinness of it all, if you know what I mean. That's the paradox. The illusion is that this is real and this is not real. That's the illusion, you know?
Right.
The internal is the real world. The external is the fake world. Like, what the fuck?
Right about that.
Like, that shit crazy.
The dream world, you know, because they say live out your dreams. You know, you want to live the dream life. You know, so the dreams, that's very important. Where you're at in your dreams, pay attention, because when you're reading your dreams, they may be kind of confusing. Oh, I was running down a swimming pool with a leopard in my lap, some strange stuff. But pay attention to the setting of the dream. Where were you at inside the dream? And that will show you a lot about what the meaning of the dream is. So right now we're dealing with subconscious mind. A way I program my subconscious mind, because accessing the subconscious mind is easy, but you can't do it through normal brainwaves. Smoking weed is a good way. Alpha brainwaves, you have to slow the brain frequency down. I take an Epsom salt bath, get the bath water very hot, turn the lights off in the room, light a candle, burn some incense, some crystals in the water, turn on some soft music, get relaxed, get your brain waves slowed down. And then from there, you can access your subconscious mind and reprogram it. Affirmations, or just make up your own. Tell yourself things that you want to be. I would like to be confident in situations that are troubling. I would like to be aware in my dreams, and repeat those things and program it into your subconscious mind. And later on, your conscious mind is going to act out those things that are programmed in there. The alpha brainwave, the scientists understand it. So does the opposition, because they use the subconscious mind to program you into buying things like advertisement on TV. TV is flickered at a certain rate to where it puts your brain into alpha brainwave state. And then you're more susceptible to programs like go buy this Honda or go pick up this new brand of toilet paper.
Right? Hold on. I'm still here, just deleting shit. But yeah. Kind of like how McDonald's plays with your root chakra and it plays with your solar plexus with the colors.
Yellow, red, yeah.
And it's right here.
Red.
Oh, you just said that?
As soon as you said that, I knew what you was talking about. Yellow and red.
Yeah. Oh God. Like, and look at Taco Bell. Messes with your crown chakra. Messes with your solar plexus. You know what I'm saying? Burger King. These colors are not coincidental. That's what I'm saying.
Yellow, solar plex. Big.
And that's another thing. Quick aspect of throwing in. Pyrite helps you see the truth out of every situation. whether you like it or not, because it helps you process the situation analytically speaking, so you can kind of see it clearly without looking for it analytically. You know, pyrite is a good crystal to do business with people that you're new into meeting, new encounters. Get some pyrite. You know, if you're on your first date, get some pyrite. You know, because pyrite helps you see the finer grains of the situation, so you can kind of assess it rather than being blindsided by the situation. You can kind of see it for what it is. Pyrite is very good for that. That's why I work with pyrite. I gave my pyrite to my friend because he needed it, because he was in a situation where he couldn't peep it all the way. But there's always a situation where you can assess it and move another way. But when you are so fixated in a habit of doing things a certain way, that's how you're gonna see it. But the pyrite kind of makes you take a step back. The pyrite is, you know what I mean? The pyrite gets you focused too. The pyrite decent, no cap.
Right. It deals with your solar plexus. And also, it attracts wealth. So, I mean, look at it. It's shiny. Put it in the light, it glimmers a little bit. So if you were to walk down the street and see this on the side of the road, you might look at it and think, oh, that's some gold. So why are crystals important? Look at this. If you would walk down the street and see this outside, you would stop. You'd be like, wait a minute, what is that? Hold up, what is that? You can't find this probably deep in the cave somewhere. See, the point is, or I should say the point, but as a human being, we're attracted to these types of things naturally because they're good for our bodies. If you were to see this outside, you would automatically want to go grab it. It's like the way these rocks vibrate. Activate certain parts of our body. Activate the frequency in certain parts of our body. Same way this bowl does. When you hit this bowl and it vibrates like that, those tones or vibrations hit your body and makes your body's vibrating in a certain type of way. Earlier, I was putting crystals in this and hitting them, and they were buzzing in all types of different ways. The frequency is important. If you've ever seen those videos on YouTube where they put sand on top of a plate and they vibrate certain frequencies through it, and then the frequencies turn up in different shapes. That's basically what those tones are doing to your body, because your body is made up about 70% water. So when those vibrations are hitting your body, it's aligning the crystals in your body with a certain structure. I think with this, you got water in your brain, right? Because your body's made of 75% water. I forget exactly how much percent of your brain is made of water. But when your body is vibrating at a certain tone, the water in your brain is vibrating at a certain tone, you're able to think clearer, be more relaxed, be more harmonious in general. Your brain is not your largest organ. Your heart is. Blood is basically liquid. So if you got the water in your body moving correctly, then your life will move correctly. We're basically managers over the system. We have organs, frequencies, fields, situations, everything to manage. And as a human being, you're in charge of all of that. You're in charge of your health, you're in charge of your life situations, your emotional state, all of that. So basically how your life is turning out is basically how good of a manager you are. If you're a good manager, then you'll be in good situations, living a good life. If you're a bad manager, you'll have bad health and a bad life. So really life is like a game, like one of them old stickman games where you had to try to be the best stickman in the colony. So to really master your life, the first step is health. And that's why people use crystals, because it harmonizes your health.
God. Yeah, I do feel that. It's like mind, body, soul. But I would like to, if you want to add in something on that, you can. Do you want to add in on that?
Like what?
On that topic real quick, because I want to go say something different. So
Go
I'm
ahead, take
telling
it.
you. Cool. So check this out. So we have some people that are earthbound, okay? Earth souls. Now this is esoteric, infinite truth. Now let's be real. This is not just what it is. This is I wouldn't say it's an illusion, but this is just a little realm compared to the bigger realm of the bigger picture. This is just 1% of the globe outside of the bigger globe, if you know what I mean. And we come from different aspects of the bigger globe. Yes, we're all one, but we come from elements and dimensions not of this light. So our soul components are uniquely created by God, but in unique elements from celestial planes and maybe even beyond that. Everybody has different incarnations with God. Everybody has a different way of formulating themselves with the infinite source of creation. Everybody has a different way of becoming a soul. Everybody had a step to become a soul before this place, and it started to become. Because believe it or not, everything started somewhere. So even those other celestial worlds started at a point of a moment. Even if there's no such thing as time, but there was a decision upon an awareness to get this started. It was a seed that grew another seed that grew another seed. But what I'm getting is we're so unique, we don't look at that. But we have to look at ourselves as unique and not better or special. Like we can't look at it as an ego, where like I'm better than you, but I am unique in my own right, and you're unique in your own right. We came from God, but we're all unique. We came from the infinite source creation, but we're unique. We're not looking to compete and saying I'm better. You know, we all came from a unique source. But to add in, like what's crazy is we're not even our body. Like I'll say, you know, the star seed is somebody that came from the stars. You know, you got people that are earthbound, like I said, but you got people that came from the underworld. You get people that come from the alien dimension, you know, weird. A lot of people come from this place, but they all came from one energy, and that's God. At the end of the day, that infinite source creation, I have to call that God. That's how I identify God. You know, that isness, that creation that can't be expressed with a name, that's God. That
Right.
shit that help you out, you know? That right there, everybody has a different way of formulating him. And what's around him at the time becomes your element. So our soul has a unique element doing our incarnation wherever we were to have that. So like that's why we're so unique when we come here. We're not just the same soul because we come from different aspects, from different dimensions, from different planes of existence. You know?
That's why I like astrology, because there's a guy called Edgar Casey, and he says that each star constellation is like another dimension or another world. And when you have a planet in those constellations, that means that in a past life, you existed in those realms. So I mean, he said A, B, C, D, exactly how it is. So when you talk about your past life, where was your past life at? Some people's past life was here on Earth. Some people's past life was in Sagittarius A, Sagittarius B, you know, Draco constellation as other dimensional beings. Some people's past lives was here on Earth, you know. So
Yeah.
everyone's made up a little bit different. But also, right now on Earth, outside of just human beings, we have all different types of creatures, walk-ins, clones. There's fake human beings out here right now. People pretending to be human. So just because you see a human or body doesn't mean it's a soul on the inside. But right now we're dealing with a transition of the ages. So it's a spiritual battle going on Earth. So it plays out inside the human world like that. There's cloned human beings. There's fake human beings. There's demons that are just occupying bodies, or spirits that are negatives, not necessarily demons, but spirits that don't got the best intentions for human beings.
Right. I feel like everything's coming at you. The quote unquote good, the bad, the ugly. So protection is key out here. Straight up.
Yeah. Well, I feel as if for the ones that are connected, there's no need to worry about nothing, because it's not as if this thing can fuck you up. Like, it's already been won. It's already done. Battle's going on. we're up by a lot. This is not gonna say we're up by a whole lot. You motherfuckers ain't nowhere near fucking with us at all. I'm chilling back.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, man, you got a lot of shit out here. We got a lot of shit. But I would like to say, I think the key for a lot of people is to ascend. Maybe a little bit, not all the way, but go beyond this place while you're here, so you can have a better understanding. So you don't just completely get out of balance and just be scared and not even know you're gone. It's like, be woke while you're here. Do not stay sleep. Transcend while you have a chance, while you still have a breath, so you can see beyond it while you're still here, so you can get ready. Because we did come here to be better in that place. Because we didn't have an intention to be a better spirit, we wouldn't have did this. If this didn't make us better as a soul, we would not have took this task. We did this because this would have made us a better person there, and probably would save people here and make them a better person here. That's why we came here. Some people forget and they get in these dense intentions and they low-key lose their path type shit. But that's okay. We come here to learn, to go through contrast. You know, we came here for all that. This is the beauty. That's what makes this place perfect. You know, that you can have everything here. You know, straight
And
up.
I'm one of the motherfuckers. I like to ABCD shit, aka just put it plain as day. So when people talk about ascending, okay, how to? In the Bible, they talk about getting to heaven, Quran, heaven, you know, Christians, heaven, whatever it is. But they don't really say how. They say be a good person, and then Jesus will bless you or whatever. But the way to walk into the next dimension aware is techniques. Witch doctors, you know, samurais, certain kings, priests, monks, they all were able to go to other dimensions while being here alive on earth. That's what made them different. There's a book that was omitted from the Bible called the Book of Enoch, and it talks about a man, a prophet that went to other dimensions. So now when we're talking about walking to other dimensions, how to? Every single night when you go to sleep, you walk into other dimensions, but you do it unawarely. So when you're dealing with your ancestors, any spirit that's passed on to the next dimension, the best way to get communication, information from them is through the dream world. Why? Because the dream world is that world. So if you could walk through your dreams aware, then you can walk through the dimensions aware. AKA, when you die, you're not really going to die. You're just going to walk into another world. So what's being lucid in your dreams? That's being aware in your dreams. So what you need to work on? Being lucid in your dreams. Be lucid in your dreams. Also have a connection with other beings over there, other spirits, your ancestors. Then when you die, you won't die. You'll just ascend. Talk about ascended masters. You'll be an ascended master. You'll just ascend. I don't plan on dying.
Right.
You to the portal.
And I'll say there's no such thing as death. This is kind of how the tarot says death is transformation. People get death in terms of imbalance or in terms of a weird occurrence. Death is transformation. Like, we're not our bodies. This is a little bit of the puzzle. So it's like everybody has a different way of exiting, and other people have a different way of ascending, because everybody is unique. Nobody's the same. So that's the key. But we're one, but not the same, but we're unique. So we got different ways of going to the light. We got different angles of light. So we hit it differently. But we all know where it leads is within. But how we ascend is so different and unique. It's so creative in everybody's own way. Straight up. That's what I noticed. Like, everybody will ascend correctly if they choose, but only in a way how they feel, because it's going to be a different gateway. There's so many doors. Everybody has a different door they're going to have to go to.
Back a long time ago, there was priests and there was a technique that they would do. They would lock them in a dark room for 3 days. And in those 3 days, their mind would actually turn off. And when their mind would turn off, their third eye would turn on. The DMT would be activated in their pineal gland, you know? And they would begin to walk through other dimensions of the world. Also, samurais did that. 3 days. I think it takes 24 hours without light, or maybe 36, something like that, without light, for your brain to shut down and DMT to be activated in your mind while you're aware. That's the trick. You need to be aware in those other worlds, because all of us go through the other worlds all the time. You're multidimensional. All of us are. We're all multidimensional. This earth realm is not the only realm that we exist in. When you go in dreams, you exist with another personality that works in another dimension. When you're on Earth, you work with this personality in this dimension. The key is getting them connected. So that's what the samurais would do before they went on battle. They would go 3 days in the tunnel, and they would learn that they wasn't their body, they wasn't their self. So now when they was in battle, they would be fearless. They'd be fighting other motherfuckers like, come on, kill me. I already know what's gonna happen next, because I already went there. 3 days in a whole show to the next level. Yeah.
Kind of like seeing what's gonna happen before it happened. Huh? That's kind of how they always do it, seeing the enemy strike. Yeah, it's crazy kind of how Samurai do that. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, you know, what I noticed in like switching, if it really takes a good intention, maybe off the rip, a good intention and some focus. And I would have to say from me, my testimony, if I'm smoking, I black out. I black out. I don't know what's going on. And this happens all the time. But if I leave it alone, vivid, clear as day. Not scary, but it's, oh, wow, you know? I don't think nothing's scary in life, but it's like, wow. Like, yeah, I'm here. Kind of like a good feeling. Like, I'm in the ring with you. Okay, I like that feeling. I'm the type of dude that loves competition in that type of environment. It's that type of energy. It's like, okay, I'm in with the best. Let's get it. You know what I mean? But it gets like that when I'm clear, when I'm not so sedated in my physical body. I notice that. The more I'm grounded in this body, the more I'm stuck. The more alive I am, the more I go beyond it. So I notice when I smoke the gas, sometimes when I sleep, I'll ground myself. And I ground myself to that. So that's what I kind of feel. But if I let easy on the gas pedal on that aspect, it'll start to come in heavy. And it's honestly me balancing my own habits. This is me knowing myself, talking about it, but it's like I gotta make the action, but I see it. You know, I definitely see the difference of me leaving it alone and me seeing a lot of, you know, the other world, but me doing it and me suppressing it. And I'm honestly making a hard sacrifice of leaving it all behind, like the weed. But the weed helps me open up. The weed cold, but it's balanced. It's like me stop drinking water. I can't stop drinking water. I can't. But it's like I can't over drink water. I can't over smoke weed. And that's my thing right now, is to learn the balance. Like, okay, maybe at 8 o'clock, stop smoking and just keep that as my spiritual time, you know, and so I can keep my dream there. Okay, you know what I'm saying? For 7.
That's clever. Yeah, I think I needed to step into some of that. Because I've been smoking so much weed, I've been getting sick. I've been having so much dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can smoke so much dope, I sit there with a headache.
Yeah, it's how it be. To the point where I know I'm not. I mean, I would say I'm not doing good, but I know I know the gas is lowering me. That's what I'm saying, and I know it, and I don't give a fuck. My ego don't give a fuck. My ego don't give a fuck. That's what I'm saying, because I don't give a fuck. That's how I feel. But I know my spirit know damn well he want to go somewhere else. He like, this nigga doing this shit again. But he love it. He love it. But he knows sometimes he's like, okay, this is enough. He does that to the point where weird shit might happen to where, it's gonna be like, okay, nigga, do you want it now? You know what I'm saying? You want it now? Okay, you go get it, but we're gonna give you a tough time. So it's weird. It's like I'm finding ways to achieve this oneness without it, and that's the whole key with it, is to find that.
Yeah, baby. Today I went out and I ain't smoked no blunt. I felt way crispy. Just going around doing stuff. You feel more motivated to do stuff.
Yeah, and that's the whole key with me. I'm already motivated to get up and do shit. As soon as I gas, bro, I'm done. I'm thinking different. Thinking totally different. But the gas.
I've been motivated off the weed. So imagine off the weed. I mean, on the weed, I'd be motivated. So imagine off the weed. Shit,
right. I be motivated on the gas, and I be open on the gas. That's the thing. It opens me up to perceptions, and I'm able to alter my perception and put new stuff in there. Which is good. So there's a tool in it. There's a divine energy in it you can utilize, but it's all about balance. It's not like you can't have weed every day, but it's not like there's a such thing called intoxication off the gas. There is. It's like you can drink a lot of wine and be intoxicated. You can drink a lot of water and intoxicate yourself.
I don't know that.
You can eat a lot of apples and intoxicate yourself, So it's like knowing your balance in all things in life, even in that thing, the thing that I really love. Straight up. Yeah.
I definitely been smoking too much weed. I feel you. So exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I already know, like, once I be able to tone that down, I already know life's gonna change even more and more different. But I have to be okay with that feeling being away. I gotta be okay with that. Okay, I don't feel that anymore. All right, that's cool. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that because I've done it before. But it's fun to me. I feel like it's fun and it's a part of me. And it brings me back
to moderation anyway, really. It's better in moderation stuff anyway, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't feel like I'm addicted to it because I can low-key cut this shit out cold turkey. I don't give a hoot. Because if I'm on something, I'm on something, But I do notice that it does enhance me in different ways in my life. Like, I work with weed in many ways and it helps me out. No cap. It definitely does its thing, But I noticed that it has a lot to do with me understanding that the feeling will be enhanced when I smoke the gas. The gas don't make the feeling. I make the feeling. The gas is mirroring the feeling 10 times. That's how the gas does it. If you were kind of feeling lazy before you smoke the gas, you can probably feel a little bit more lazy type shit. Like, the gas expresses your mood in a sense. It does. Like, it kind of shows you, it brings up your subconscious. It brings up your patterns. It brings up your right side of your brain. It does weird shit. It brings up your creative side. Like, weed does a lot of weird shit for you. And it's a tool, I noticed. It is a tool, but if you use it as a physical thing, you're abusing it. But if you use it as a spiritual tool, you're going to enhance it. But you got to see it as a spiritual tool. It's kind of how you use prayer as a spiritual thing. You don't just use prayer. You use it sacred. That's what I'm saying. It's all about sacredness. Sacredness. Once you take it as a sacred tree, it will be sacred to you.
The longer you wait, the higher you gonna get. If you wait about 2 days, 3 days, and smoke a whole bunch of weed, sit in a dark room, and we gonna turn to psychedelic. You might tweak out your whole dimension.
On God. There's been a few times where I tweaked off the gas. But it was weird, like off of indica. I'm smoking the indica with my friend. And then I leave his house. Then I go to the store. Everything was melting when I was at the store. And I didn't even want that to happen. It wasn't like I was looking for that. I wasn't looking for that. It was just started to melt. I'm like, why is this happening? I don't know why that was happening, but I just got done smoking some good gas. We smoked back to back, some good indica. And I noticed indica like turns your brain off. And it just makes you just see whatever, you know? And I was just seeing shit melting. And I had to run out the store because I couldn't leave the place in that place, you know? I couldn't do that. I can't leave this dimension standing up like that. Like I didn't know it was gonna happen. So I had to really go back to where I was going, you know? Creepy.
Back when I first started smoking weed, I would get flashback highs because I took some K2 that really took me out. Then I would smoke weed and I would feel like I smoked some K2. I really tweak out like time. I'd be lost in time. Like I feel like time would move forward and backwards.
Yeah.
So human mind can do some really wild shit on drugs.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Prince McKenna's a good guy to listen to if you're really into drugs.
Yeah. I noticed the mind is literally a drug. It is. But it's weird. It's like the drug puts you at a strength of your higher self. A pattern, a higher pattern on yourself is what it is. But that's code. But yeah, it's like it's a pattern on yourself. It brings out a higher pattern, you know, depending on what it is. Because like it brings out patterns. I notice, you know. Like if you did LSD, for example, it might be a higher pattern, but it's still you. It's not outside of you, so it's all you, but it's something in you that's on another aspect, a different type of pattern. It can be tapped within you, but honestly, you have to be very imaginative. You have to use visualizations to access that because it took imagination to make that joke. So it has to take imagination to make these truths within you. So it's the same thing, but you got to apply it within yourself differently. Think outside of the box to get the same box. It's the same day.
Or is I took the acid. That shit fucked my whole life for a little second. And when I came back, I was good. So I think it made me better, sharper.
What'd you say?
I don't know. The acid, I feel like, because I mean, for everybody, I feel like it's different. Some people take it and they tweak out. Some people take it and they change them in a good way.
Yeah.
For acid.
It's different for everybody.
Oh, really?
That's the thing. Like everybody's chemical makeup different.
Oh, it is.
You know, because I'm not gonna lie, I did a lot of tabs before, and years ago, and I took myself. You would thought I would have left. That's what I was hoping to leave. You know, I was praying to God I left. You know what I'm saying? Wow. That's what I be on with it. My intention is never to just do it. My intention is to leave this dimension. It was never to just do it. My intention was to leave, you know? Why stay? I'll come back. Don't get me wrong, but I always wanted to leave, you know? I didn't want to stay here. But that was always my intention, you know, even with the mushrooms. My intention. What about DMT?
Did you ever leave out?
Oh, yeah. You know, if it was around. DMT. I like DMT. Like I respect it. You know, I'm all about accessing the truth, and I know that there's more truth beyond this place. So, with that being said, I'm willing to take actions to see the truth. You know.
Oh shit! I see some shit. Cause I see it like this: Earth, human dimension. Later on top of that is like 1,000 dream dimensions with other personalities that exist parallel to yours. They have lives just like ours, with different versions of choices, the things that play out. On top of that, a personality is like a bodysuit. And each human personality is independent of the soul that lives inside. So when I came outside my body, it was like my soul left my personality. And I saw that my personality was stuck in this time loop forever in this dimension of reality. And it kind of made my personality sad because my personality wanted to be bigger than it was. The ego death, aka, you know. So my ego died and my ego was crying. He was mad because it was just Josh Foster and it wanted to be bigger than that. But outside of that, though, I saw the real me, the true I. And the true I was outside of any of those dream dimensions. In all those dream dimensions, you have a personality, an ego that runs around in those human dimensions. But outside of that, the true I exists in this place that I can't even explain. But out there, outside of this matrix, outside of the program, there was like some type of force that didn't want me to exit. So that's when I got shoved back into my human body. But yeah, it was surreal. And I was off of K2.
Okay, it was your body, straight up. I mean, it was your soul. Damn. It seems like a matrix. You were in a matrix, and you were out in a truth, but it wasn't your time to leave yet. You know.
It was like dying while being alive, ego death. My ego died and I saw the other side. My ego was very upset about that. Motherfucker was mad that it was just human. On top of that, a human that is constantly living in a loop, a time loop that will never ever change, aka deja vu. And other souls get to come in and play as your personality. You know what I'm saying? That's wild. But let me say it again. Other souls, your soul, you're the true I. And that personality that I'm playing as Josh Foster, or you're E.G. Fisker, other souls in those time loops, because it's just a time loop for this personality. Other souls get to come down and play that time loop. That's what I've seen. And there's not no book, and I seen that shit. I looked at and I seen that shit. I was like, damn, goddamn, it scared the fuck out of my personality. My personality did not like that shit. But the true I, the real me, my soul, was like set back and didn't say anything. It was like, didn't feel anything. But my personality, who I am, Josh Foster on Earth, all my memories as a human being, I realized we're on a time loop, deja vu. Deja vu times 1,000. You know what I mean? Deja vu, like, hold up, I'm here again. It was deja vu times 1,000. Deja vu, deja vu, deja vu. Bing, and I seen it all. It all repeated. My whole life, whole loop. I lived it before, lived it again, lived it backwards, in front. Blah. So I was like, and I knew exactly what was gonna happen next, and it fucked me up. But it was like, shit, that's because human lives are just personalities. They're not the true you. You're not the true, that's not the true I. There's a meditation that I do with yoga. And to breathe in, I am not the body. Breathe out, I am not even the mind. And that disconnects you from any worries in this life, any problems you have in this life, because truly, you are not this life. You're not the body and you're not the mind. This shit is just an illusion, a hologram, a video game.
Yeah.
You wouldn't give a fuck if your character on GTA died.
Oh God. It's just so we take it too serious. People take it too serious here. If you take it too serious and not see the beauty in it, you don't remember where you came from. You kind of see it for what it is and get stuck in it. But the beauty comes from inside, and that's where it resides. It's all inside of you. And that's where it escapes from. It's from the inside. Sideways.
Right.
Straight up. But I feel that. Now that's an interesting perception, Straight up.
What was that?
Deja vu.
Oh yeah.
Like how you said how a personality, a soul can play into, time loop. Because at the end of the day, what's time? If time is nothing but human, that's human. That's us, time. If you know what I'm saying. That's our creation. Like
Right.
if we didn't say time, bro, there'd be no time. If we didn't say time, there would be no time. Straight up.
Outside of talking anything metaphysical, time is subjective to each person. So for me, I was really excited about going to that science lecture, but I brought my son and he's not. So for me, the time at the science lecture flew by. It was like I was only there for 10 minutes. The science lecture lasted 2 hours. For little Josh, he was blue. Because that shit seemed like it was 4 hours for him, So time is perspective. Just like when you go on a long trip, the way there seems like it's fast. The way back seems like it's slow. So it's all just perspective of
It's all
it's all just your human perspective of things.
Straight up.
Yeah. And like I was saying, each personality exists on a time loop. From the moment you're born to the moment you die, that personality gets recycled. And it sounds like as a human being personality, it's like to perceive that is kind of insane, but it's like a movie and the movie repeats. And each soul has a chance to play in any movie that they want to play. And each life is like a movie. So you could go watch this life and go watch that life and see how it plays out. But the goal is inside of the lives is to grab them all together because each personality has several different versions. And if you could grab all the personalities together and bring it back together, then you'll match that personality and you move on. Or you could get stuck off in these motherfucking personalities and be lost as a soul.
Yeah.
Getting lost in these personalities. They don't master themselves. This is just called master yourself. They don't master themselves. They don't master the other dimensions. This is how you know you're not mastering your dimensions. You have a nightmare. What is a nightmare? A nightmare exists in one of your chakras, one of your dimensions, one of your worlds, one of your inner worlds. Is in upheaval. If a nightmare monster came at you, you might have sickness, you might have cancer. Those monsters, those demons that are in your dreams, are monsters or demons that exist inside your world, inside your life. There's a reason why you're having a nightmare. You need to pay attention to the nightmare. There's a reason why you had a bad dream, frustrations at night. That's your stuff, because when you dream, your mind is traveling through your worlds. So any problems, any nightmares, any things inside there you see, that's your life telling you, okay, I got a problem. Okay, fix that shit. Fix that shit. You're the master. You're the manager. Life's not going good. It's on you. You're the man.
Yeah. You're in control of everything in your own right and your best belief. In your best right. Even if you don't feel like it, you can control how you feel at the end of the day. So that's enough. And how you think. That's really all you really need to, what you need out here.
Meditation.
Straight up. That's what I'm working with. Meditation, meditation is big on my part, but it's like, it's a thing, I wouldn't say it's tricky, but if you're looking for something, you're going to be expecting, you might not see shit. So that's the key. It's not expect anything. but expect everything. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
I just say just keep doing it. Keep doing it. It's gonna get better.
That's true.
Just keep doing that shit. Coming from when I first started doing meditation to now, it's just totally different. It's like it takes me, I get into meditation fast as fuck. I'm gone. So it's like it does get better, it gets easier. Whatever you want to do with it.
You meditate daily, like twice a day type stuff when you do, or do you just do it like off the rip?
Pretty much every day when I wake up. Shit, every day.
Do you smoke the gas or you just get in meditation?
I just mean it.
That's what's up.
Well, what's up? I'm gonna throw my girl.
Yeah, bro, this was good. This was good. I'm so looking at the time, making sure we're good, and this was good. This is a good truth show. Hey, this is E.G. Fisker, guys, signing off.
All right, what?
Hey, man, you guys have a good one, man. Namaste, peace. And you have a good one too, man. Straight up. All right.